Inhale in. Exhale to release. Let's take a few more deep inhales and exhales actually to settle in. Inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale in. Exhale to release. Inhale in. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, flutter the eyelids open, and then find your blanket. We're gonna sit on top of our blanket, so if you are on your knees or if you are on your back, just come up to a comfortable seat. Elevate the hips up a level on your blanket so that you feel the length in your spine and the little release of the hips. Sometimes that height kind of helps you just find a little bit of space in this part of the body. Once you're here, place your feet in front of you and your palms behind you. Once you're on your palms, we're gonna stretch the chest and the neck a little bit. Inhale, push the mat away, puff up the chest, gaze up. Inhaling in. Exhale, curl the tail and gaze down. Really small stretches here, small movement. Inhale, open up the chest. Let the neck gaze up and the gaze falls towards the ceiling. Exhale, curl the tail, gaze at the thighs. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curl it in. Really articulate the low spine here in your pelvis and your tailbone. Think of the tailbone as part of your abs here, and we're really activating those low abs. As we inhale, we open up. As we exhale, we close. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. We're gonna come on to our forearms with our back against this blanket. So just like you're hanging at the beach, I think Kim is probably the closest person to the beach right now, so she wins. And so, you know, just casual here, like you're hanging up, but really activate the arms, push the mat away, gaze forward, and we're gonna do the same thing again. So inhale, look up, rotate the tail so it feels like cow pose. Kind of arch in the spine. Exhale, curl the tail in and gaze forward. Inhale, open it up. Find a little small bend in the low spine. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curl it in. One more. Inhale, open up. Feel a little bit of a light stretch in the shoulders here, maybe even the armpits. Exhale, curl it in. Next time you come neutral, stay here. Start to push the waistband down into your blanket and then really elevate up the chest by pushing the forearms into the mat. And as though I've come around, and this can be a really violent example, but as though I've chopped off your arms, shift the weight from your forearms into the low abdominals. It doesn't look like work, but it's an incredible amount of work. I'm having a hard time speaking to you guys as we're doing this. So really, maybe you lift off an arm, maybe the other arm, see how the abdominal brace supports you. And it's this nice little curl up with the chest as you're pushing the low back and the tail into your blanket. One more breath here. Inhale in. Exhale, release it, let the head go back. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, come on up. Curl the tail, push the low pelvis into the blanket. As though you don't have arms anymore, shift the work from the chest and the forearms into the low abdominals and your entire low abs here. Inhale in. Exhale, let it go. One more. Inhale, push the back and the pelvis and the tail into the mat. Your tail will find a natural little bit of a curve here as it points up. Push, 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 gaze forward, shift the weight out of the forearms, and then release. Whew, that's a lesson that big work doesn't have to mean big movements. All right, coming on up, we'll find a nice seat on the blanket, a little more low core activation, and then we're basically gonna be doing side crow, but seated. All right, so from here, let your left foot come down to the mat. Your right knee is up at a 90-degree angle. Hands in prayer at the chest, and then elevate the chest up a little if you're sinking. Find a nice little springboard in the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, rotate, and then bring the knee to your tricep and squeeze. Aha. It's gonna hurt. Stay here. Inhale in. And then exhale, come center. 2 more like that. Inhale in to begin. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. And then bring knee to the outside of the tricep. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those 2 things together. And then inhale, come back. 1 more. Inhale in. Exhale to twist. Squeeze outside of tricep and knee together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then come on back, let that go. Maybe let the knees fall out to the side, shake them out. You might have felt some work in the outside of the glutes. This is surprise killer. All right, other side, inhale, come on up, bring your prayer pose into the center of the chest. Bring your your right left foot, I can't talk this morning, your right foot is sealed down into the mat. Lift up the left foot. And then on your exhale, you really twist from the low core here. Then let the chest follow. Your prayer pose, come center, and then squeeze knees to the outside of the strap here, or your bicep. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, come center. Pause for take a breath in. And then on your exhale, you twist again. Bring that knee to the outside. If you want to feel the connection point, you can even cheat a little. Grab your leg in. Feel that connection, then push those 2 things together as you twist. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, come center. I'm sweating. Last one. Twist as you exhale. Bring the knee up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, come center, release. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Inhale, lift up, chest forward, chest nice and bright here. With a flat back, come forward as much as you can. In the thigh stretch, you'll feel that turn on right away. And then let it go. The head curls, the upper back curls as you take a forward fold over your diamond shape. Release the head. So my loves, that was a preview. It sounds like core work, it was, but that was actually essentially your twisted crow, your side crow pose for later. 1 more stretch, deep breath here as you stretch into the hips, into the low back, inhaling in and exhale. 1 more inhale as you roll up. We'll do that with both legs together, just once on each side so you feel what the seated side crow is like. Bring your arms out in front of you to start, toes on the mat, knees up. Find some engagement here naturally by elevating the chest. Then hands come into prayer. Take your twist over to the right side on an exhale. Lift both legs up. Twisted boat pose here. Stay for a moment and then really start to pull the knees in towards the chest. Can you connect elbow and knee together? This is part of your side crow. Your side crow will be even further twisted up. And then your prayer will become chaturanga arms. So as though you want to give me a flat high five here with flat palms, but your elbows are bent in towards your ribs. Here is your side crow. 1 breath here. Exhale, come forward. Maybe you shake that out in between. We'll take the other side. All right, toes on the mat. Reach, reach, reach. Find that engagement of the low abs. And then bring your knees up. Bring to our boat pose. Hands in prayer. Twist, twist, twist. Bring both legs now in towards, knee towards bicep. Knees over the left shoulder. And then separate the palms out to the side. Flatten the palms. Elbows are bent. And your elbows are really squeezing the side body here. 1 more deep inhale in. Exhale, release. Whew, let's take that forward fold 1 more time. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach it forward, release. 3 breaths in your forward fold. That was a lot of core work. Hopefully you found it to be challenging. Hopefully. Another deep inhale in. And exhale. Inhaling in. And exhale. Last one, inhale in. And exhale as you push into the mat. Come on up. Remove your blanket out to the side and scoot it towards the top of the mat for later. We're going to take a twist. Pull your right knee in towards the body. Stamp it over the left foot. Prop yourself up with your right arm behind you. Gaze over the right shoulder. For those who came to flow, I promise we will flow. It's a nice little warm up of the core to activate that core before we flow. Inhale here. And exhale, let's take the other side, right leg long, left leg stamps over. And then left arm behind you as your kickstand to elevate the spine. Twist from the low core on your exhale, gaze over the left shoulder behind you. Arm can do whatever it wants here, all sorts of variations of mudras. It's a fun time to connect, fingers here, channel that. Maybe spread your palms wide and shift that energy up towards the sky. Inhale, come forward, and then swing your legs back and around. Palms underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Let's take our cat-cow to feel good in a stretch for the abdominals. Inhale, open it up, press, lift, toes tuck. Exhale, curl it and push the mat away. Let the head shake out. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl the tail, push the mat away. Option to take your wrist stretches here if you've been texting a lot. I know I have. It feels like more than ever in our remote age, in our new normal. So if you feel like your fingers, your wrists need a stretch, point your fingers outside of the mat to the side or towards your body as you flow. As you inhale, you open up to cow pose. As you exhale, you curl the tail in. If you've got fingers pointed behind you, maybe you bend the elbows a little bit as you flow with the spine. It might make your range of motion a little bit smaller, but that's okay. You're doing double duty on the wrist stretch. Come back forward with the palms if you're stretching out your wrist. And then lengthen out your tabletop position here. Elbows squeeze into the chest. We're coming all the way down. Feet stay hips width distance apart. Squeeze the shoulders behind you. Hold the chest forward. Your palms are by your ribs. Inhale up, low cobra here. Exhale, come on down. Release that. Shake the hips side to side. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze shoulders behind you, maybe palms lift off the mat this time. Exhale, release it. Inhale, lift up. Maybe palms lift, maybe they reach along behind you. Maybe feet lift this time. Inhale, press the pelvis down into the mat. Neck is long here, you're looking towards the top of the mat. Gaze is down a little bit. And then exhale, release it, let it go. We're gonna take a big shoulder stretch. Let your arms come out in a nice proper capital letter T, and then shift your right palm by your rib, roll over the capital T behind you. Your top leg can serve as a kickstand, and let the head release here. I'll show you on the other side if you've never done this before. If you've got the flexibility, you can still kind of keep rolling so the chest comes up towards the sky. One more inhale here. Open up that front side of the body. And then come back to center. Little baby cobra in between to shake that out. Inhale, lift up, press the hips into the mat. Reach behind you, maybe the toes lift even more this time. Inhale, gaze down. Exhale, let it go, capital letter T. Let's stretch over the right shoulder this time. Left palm comes in towards the ribs. And then roll over the shoulder on the extended shoulder. Let your head come down. Let the neck release here. I'm just going to elevate and shout at my computer screen. This is my new favorite way to teach. And then come back towards center. Palms by your ribs. Sit it back, child's pose. Let the back release. Keep toes, heels, knees together here. That will release the low back. If you want a deeper hip stretch, take your diamond shaped toes together, knees apart, and let hips come towards heels. 2 more breaths, inhaling in. And exhale. Inhale in. And exhale. Last one, inhale in. And exhale, inhale, come back up to center. We're gonna roll, warm up the shoulders a bit here. Come into your downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips high towards the ceiling, spread the fingertips wide. Find your upside down V shape. Pedal out the feet. Whatever you need to do to get the wiggles out, to get the stretches in, get some cracks in. Some of you will want to lift one leg high to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip a little bit, make some circles with the knees. Whatever you'd like to warm up the body. But if it feels stiff, send some movement and breath into it. You've got 3 more breaths to stretch out and allow. Take all your options. If you're stretching one hip, time to switch to the other hip. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, let's find stillness in your downward facing dog. Push your weight evenly across all the back pads of the knuckle, the little mounds in your palms. Thumb towards pinky, nicely, evenly distributed. You need to bend the knees to free up the hamstrings, stretch them out, release the low back. As you inhale, let's roll forward. Pull the core in here, extend the heels behind you. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. A few more like that. Inhale as you roll forward, articulate behind the head of Charles left. Heels towards back of the house, pull the abs in, push the mat away. We hold for 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog. One more like that. Inhale as you roll forward. This time, chaturanga arms, push up, elbows behind you, squeezing the chest. Roll through, inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more like that. Inhale, roll forward. Nice articulation of the spine here. Extend the heels, pull the abs in. Elbows squeeze the ribs as the chest snakes between them. Then you come all the way down to the ground. Inhale, low cobra. Squeeze the elbows behind you, gaze forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, roll forward. Push the mat away. Elbows point behind you as you come on down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, child's pose or down dog to rest. 3 breaths, you decide. That's it, yogis. Nice. Nice work. Warming up the shoulders a bit here. Activating that core, connecting our core work through to the poses. And then you let down dog or child's pose be your place to down regulate. Be your place to organize your breath. Organize your thoughts. And then keep them centered on what you're doing now on the mat. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, let's move on. Inhale, lift right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Take a stretch here, the hips. Lift the knee up even more. And then let's make circles with the knee, pointing the knee out, down, and around. Little circles coming forward. And then reverse the circle. Knee points down, out to the side, and up. And then straighten out that right leg, down dog split. Pull the knee forward and through. Back knee down, inhale, we lift, Anjaneyasana. Pull the abs in. Think of pulling the inner thighs together as you lift up here. Inhale. And then exhale, find your twist, prayer pose over to the right. Back knee stays down, twist from the low core. Inhale here. And exhale. Come back up, find center, one more stretch up. Place the palms on the inside of the right foot, heel toe it out to the side. Stay here in lizard pose or reach your arm back, twist. Stay here if it feels good, or maybe you pick up the back foot for both a shoulder stretch opener and a huge quad stretch. Stay here, yogis. Also option to pull the heel closer in towards the glute. If you are a runner, this is going to give you a lot of feedback in the body. Breathe through it. Send your breath here. Inhale in. Exhale. Release the toe if you have it, or bring your arm forward. Quick lizard pose here. This time, squeeze the outside of the knee in towards the elbow. So you find a little lift here. Maybe you lift up the back leg. Inhale in. And exhale. Gaze forward. Look forward. Malasana squat at the top of the mat. Let the hips come down. Your toes point out to the side. Your elbows are on the inside of your legs, pushing your knees out to the side. I'll flip my demo for you. Pull the abs in here. It's easy to sink. Come on up out of it. Inhale in and exhale. Inhaling in and exhale. If you need to sit on the block, that works too. Inhale in and exhale. Drive those heels into the ground as we come up, all the way up. Inhale, lift, point toes forward. Lift, lift, lift. And then sit it back to your pose, Utkatasana. Yeah. Shift that weight into your heels. Shift the seat back. Hands into prayer. We take our twist over to the right side. Get really low here. Twist a lot. You can even start to inchworm your arm and your bicep over the knee and then gaze up. So you can come very low here. You're gonna want that later. We get into side crow. Knees stay together. That keeps the back happy. Deep inhale in. And exhale, bring it on up. If you need to take a break, shake out the legs. And then we take the other side, twisting over to the left side. Bring your prayer pose over to the left. Gaze up towards the sky. Seat is low. Knees stay together. Inhale in. And exhale. Inhale in. And exhale, release it, forward fold, hang heavy. Take a beat here in your forward fold to stretch out your hamstrings. Maybe you have a block here. Inhale, lift, half lift. Exhale, you can come back down. 2 more, inhale, half lift. Little stretch for the hamstrings and a little bit of a flow here to really let the spine go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, come on down, plant the palms. Step it back, plank pose. Yogi's choice of Vinyasa, which may mean skipping it and taking a moment in child's pose or in your downward facing dog. If you're ready for a full upward facing dog, keep the knees lifted, reach the quads, pull the chest through, and then we will meet in down dog or child's pose. Inhale and exhale. Find your breath. That's all that matters. Nothing else you did or didn't do this week matters. Nothing else on your to-do list for the day matters. The only thing that matters is that you breathe right now. That's it. You breathe and you feel like you're here. You're paying attention to the breath. All right, let's take the other side. Left leg lifts. Nice long leg here. Bend the knee, open up the hip. And then we'll take those circles, bring the knee forward. Little circles with the hips to warm them up. And then let's reverse our circle. Knee comes down, back and around a couple times. And then straighten out the leg, bring the hip square, pull the knee forward and through. Back knee down, knee lift, Anjaneyasana. Breathe in. Pull up the lungs, stay for the stretch. Pull the abs in a little. Engage thighs towards one another to help you find that lift. And then we take our twist, hands in prayer. Right arm over the knee, gaze over the shoulder. Stay here. Breathe and twist deeply from the core. Inhale in. And exhale, palms come on the inside of the left foot. You can heel toe it out to the side. Stay here in lizard pose. Maybe you're going further and you're reaching the left palm behind you. Maybe you're picking up the back toe for your quad stretch. Inhale in. And exhale, you can pull the heel in towards the glute for a deeper stretch. Inhaling in. And exhale. All right, let that go. Find lizard pose here. Your knee squishes onto the shoulder joint here. Find that engagement of the side body. Tuck the back toe. Maybe you're lifting the knee off the ground here. All right, one deep inhale here. Look forward, step it forward, Nalapsana squat. A little faster this time, just one breath here in our Vinyasa squat. On your exhale, drive the heels, come on up, lift, lift, lift. Reach here, chair pose, a little bit faster this time. Sit the booty low, twist. This time, maybe you're opening up the arms. Your fingertips are coming down towards the mat. The seat is very low here. Your knees are still even. And twist more from the low belly. Don't just squish and pull the chest up. Lift up out of the low abdominals and twist them up towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, we'll take the other side. Maybe you're opening up on this side too, like before. Inhale here. Twist, twist, twist from the low belly. Inhaling in. Let it go. Forward fold. Half lift. Reach up. Exhale, let it go. Step it back. Vinyasa of yogi's choice. Maybe you need more rest. And so, we're taking child's pose. If you want, chaturanga to upward facing dog. You can also take your chaturanga all the way down to the ground and take low cobra. You know your options. Take what's good for you. We'll meet in down dog. After 3 breaths, you're still resting. That works. Inhale in and exhale. Inhale in and exhale. Inhale in and exhale. Let's do that again a little bit faster. Inhale, lift the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, pull forward and through, back and down. Inhale, you lift. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay for your twist. Inhale in. And exhale, palms come down on the inside of the right foot, heel toe it out once, maybe twice. Reach behind you or pick up back foot. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Step it forward, Vinyasa squat. Push the inner thighs out to the side. Elbows on the inside of the thighs here. Inhale. Exhale, drive the heels into the ground. Lift up. Toes point forward. Sit back, chair pose. Take your twist. Option to spread your wings wide. Inhale here. And exhale. Nice, guys. Coming center. Take your other side. Start with your prayer pose and then open it up to the side. Inhale here. And exhale, gaze down. Lift hips forward, fold. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, plant the palms up to you, yogis, if you'd like to vinyasa through. I'm going to take a rest child's pose. That's it. Nice. Beautiful. I love it. Nicely done. Good. Beautiful, guys. We're going to meet in down dog in 3 breaths. You decide how you're resting. Inhaling in and exhale. Inhale in. And exhale. Inhale in. And exhale. Let's find our down dog. Lift the left leg high to the sky. Pull the knee in, forward and through, back knee down. Inhale, we lift Anjaneyasana. On your exhale, bring your twist over to the left. Stay here. Gaze over the shoulder. Inhale in. And exhale, palms on the inside of the left foot. Reach the left palm behind you. Maybe pick up toe. Inhale here. Exhale, release it. Step it forward, Vinyasa squat. Inhale, push the thighs out, drop the tail, lift the crown. Exhale, drive the heels, come on up, reach up. We're gonna skip the twisted chair, dive it forward. Hopefully that was good news. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we meet in down dog, yogi's choice, how you get there. Another wonderful way to stretch out the spine is bringing the knees, chest in and down. Your seat stays high. And then undo the feet. Roll through the pelvis like we did at the beginning of class. Stretch as you lift the chest up, squeeze shoulders behind you. We meet in downward facing dog. Let's add on, yeah? How are we doing? Nice. I love that. Thanks, guys. Write down verbal cues over there. Well done, virtual vinyasa. All right, let's take a huge inhale here. Exhale, shake up the head. Shake it, yes. Shake it, no. Flutter the lips. One of my favorite things to do, inhaling in. Close the lips and flutter. Usually feels pretty good. If you're home alone, no one can even hear you. Inhale in. Slide out or flutter. Let it go. One more, inhaling in. Sigh it out, flutter, make noise. Release. Something so gratifying about that. All right, lift your right leg high to the sky. Pull the knee forward and through. This time we stay up and we reach up, high lunge. Inhale here, exhale, open it up. Warrior two, drop the tail, open up the hips, 90 degrees front knee. Inhale, and exhale, back blade is securing down to the mat. Seal it down. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, tip it up, and maybe back and over. Warrior. All right, guys. From your peaceful warrior, straighten that front leg. Point the toes over to the left side of your mat. Bring your prayer in towards your chest. Svanasana on the left side. Bend the knee a little or a lot. Gaze over the right shoulder. Nice deep hip opener here. Inhaling in. And exhale. Gaze towards the top of the mat. And then start to bend the front knees. You snake your way forward. Let's take a twist. Right arm up. And then pull the core in as you twist high to the sky. Inhale here. And exhale, bring the palm down. We meet in pose, yogi's choice of vinyasa. Your choice. I'm going to skip it. Guys, I think someone might need to go on mute. If someone's got some background noise, just double check your end.
Sorry.
Thanks, guys. All right. We'll take a breath in, down dog, and then we'll take the other side. One more deep inhale in, and exhale. On your next inhale, lift your left leg high to the sky. Pull the knee forward and through. We inhale into high lunge. Lift up here, stretch the front body. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Stay for a moment to seal the back foot. Bend the front knee 90 degrees. And then tip it up. Nice, long, peaceful warrior. As we did on the other side. Really important to get that side body stretch since we've been doing so much core and twisting. We want to use this as a chance to open up the side body. If you feel compression in the side body, think of lifting up and then over instead of just sinking into a side twist or side stretch, I should say. One more deep inhale here. And then straighten the leg, point the toes over to the right. Bring your prayer pose into your heart as you bend your back leg, your right knee, skandasana on the right side. Inhale here. And exhale. Another deep inhale in. Yeah, nice work, yogi. So nice. Gaze forward. Bend the front knee a little bit so you can snake it forward. And we meet in a twist at the top of the mat. Right palm down, left hand lifts. Really straighten that back leg and then elevate the right hip a little. Tendency is to fall down here. Think of nice even hips as you twist from the low core. Inhale here and exhale. Bring the palm down and then step it forward. We're gonna meet kind of for our side crow series now. So hopefully you guys feel pretty warm. I bet you do. This is our time to play a little bit, and if playtime is not for you, take some stretches, figure fours, soles of the feet together, knees apart, forward fold. You can work on malasana squat here, sit on a block, make it an active rest period. If you want to try side crow, it's more of a arm balance in a twist than it is an actual crow pose. So I'm going to break it down for us, guys. All right. Start by making sure your space is safe. Blankets, pillows, that will help you also get over the fear of leaning forward. And the tendency here is to fall to the side. So let's get right into it. I'll demo facing this way and then I'll switch it up so you can kind of see all the elements. All right, you're gonna wanna come up onto your toes a little bit. And like we did at the beginning of class, this is a twist. So you might wanna stay down or on a block. If it's hard to get up, you can also brace your heels up for a little bit of balance. This is one of my favorite cheats, is having my heels kind of hang out on a block so I get that elevation, but I'm not working forward. So a little bit of a yogi cheat here. If your hands are in prayer, twist over to the side, and you really, really, really need to twist here deeply, and then you hook your left arm over the right knee. Your palms come off to the side, and they're nice and equal here. You're gonna find your chaturanga arms. And when you find your chaturanga arms, your legs are stacked next to you. You lift up the hips, bend the elbows, and you have to look forward. Your feet are not behind you, they're off to the side. So I'm gonna do that facing this side. It'll probably make a little more sense when you see it this way too. So if you're using the block sheet to lift your heels up, nice little kind of trick here. All right, and again, it's a twist with chaturanga arms, and your feet are going to the side. In crow, your feet go behind you, and this is different. Also, if you're trying this and you're slipping off very quickly, it means you're just not twisting deep enough. That's all that means. And it's a good cue to pick up if that's happening to you. So really crouch. You can think of cat pose here, and then you can round the low spine and really crouch, crouch, crouch so that you can get knee and side shoulder together. Spread your palms wide. Have them come down onto the ground. Your blanket, readjust it so you eliminate the fear factor. Your elbows are bending. Lift up the hips, gaze forward, and you have this shelf. This is your chaturanga shelf. My left arm is balancing all the weight of my legs. Yeah, that's it. And your toes go off to the side, and then you can come back in the way you did it. That's it, guys. Just keep playing. There's a cheat. So there's a cheat where you use both arms. Some of you may have seen that before, where your right elbow tucks in towards your hip, and then you lift, so you're using both arms. I've taught you the harder way, the non-cheat way, because I think it's important to see that first. Play with maybe the non-cheat way. Yeah, I see that. That's excellent, Robin. You got it. Yeah, sorry, I called you out. I always do that too, Robin, in class and on virtual Vinyasa too. That's it, Hema. Yeah, bend those elbows. If you want to learn the cheat, you bring that right hip forward. I think it's an even deeper twist. And then your elbow and your hips are connected. And your arms end up being the fulcrum for the body. Keep playing. Try both sides. If you haven't tried the other side, give it a whirl. Sometimes arm balances come easily. I don't want to say easily, that's the wrong word. Or a little more accessible on one side than the other. But again, it's all about the deep twist here in the core. And then the arms come down off to the side. You lift the hips up. And then if you're taking the other side, the elbow that's closest to the legs ends up being the shelf in your chaturanga arms. And then you can play. For those who may have it, you can play with splitting the legs a little bit. You might have seen that in classes before. Yes, Hema, I see that. Just gotta go for it. You just gotta look forward too, yogis. You'll go in the direction you're looking. So gaze forward, twist hard, and feet out to the side. If your feet are behind you, you'll slip. Cool. Yeah. Let's take 3 breaths, shake it out, finish up wherever you happen to be. I see some people still giving it a whirl, trying it out. Amazing. Amazing work, yogis. Yeah, I think we all need a break. All right, that's enough. It's only fun until it's no longer fun. Let's take a little bit of a stretch first. It should feel good because you were so crouched up. Let's take a little bit of stargazer pose. It should feel really nice. So pull your left leg in towards the inner thigh, right leg long, left hand behind you, lift the hips up, stretch up. We do this a lot in class because I love it as a back bend and a front body opener. It should feel really nice. If you'd like to turn the chest to the left, you can turn this into a bit of a stretch by reaching the top arm over and then come on down. Let's do that one more time. Swoop the arm up, make it fun, and then open up the chest towards the sky a little bit more, and then come on down. Let's take the other side. Right foot in towards the inner thigh, and then we lift. Again, maybe you find that side body stretch first. Reach the top arm towards the back of the mat, and then open up the chest a little bit more to make it a back bend. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, come on down. Whew. That's it, yogis. All right, let's cool it on down a little bit. Reaching your feet long in front of you, we're going to take a forward fold. So for my yogis who have tight hamstrings or low back, sit up on a blanket and really root down here. You're going to hinge at the hips first because you don't want your spine to be bending or kind of puffing out before you forward fold. It'll shorten your spine. Lift up, hinge from the hips. Nice flat back as far as you can before you let yourself go into your forward fold. Release your chin to your chest. That's the most important part. It doesn't matter if your forward fold is up here and you're just releasing your chin to your chest and your arms are lengthening. This is a really nice stretch for the neck, and you'll still get an added bonus hamstring stretch. So don't let what the pose looks like conquer you. The pose is at service of what you need out of it. It's there to service you and not the other way around. Flex the feet. Inhale, maybe lift the chest, let it be bright here. Exhale, pull yourself forward and then down. You can spend many, many breaths coming up, shining the chest forward, and exhaling, finding a little bit of a deeper access into the stretch. Inhale, lift yourself up. If you've got the blanket, scoot it off to the side. All right. Now from here, let your left foot drape across the front of the mat, and then your right leg comes back behind you, pigeon pose. So for me, I need a lot of propping in my pigeon pose. That means a blanket underneath the hip, sometimes a block. If you've got pillows, couch pillows work. Yeah, nice work, guys. So we didn't do a ton with the outer hips today. You might have, they might have been a secondary muscle group we got in. But we're all sitting down so much. I've been getting so many requests for pigeon. It means we need it, so let's just take it. Ideally, your leg is nice and parallel with the front of the mat. Your hips are square, so you're rolling your right hip down, and your toe is pointed nicely behind you, no sickling of the foot. You can stay up. If this is a huge stretch for you, stay up. Figure 4 on the back is always a great option if you've got knee stuff, if this just isn't for you today. Because we did a little bit of quad stretch yogis, I want to give you an option. You can stay down in your sleeping pigeon, hang out as low as you'd like to go. For those who want to play a little bit, come on up. You're going to have to squeeze the inner thighs a little bit here, and then bend the back knee. Maybe the back knee comes into the crook of the elbow, and then you can hang here. It's a huge stretch. You're working on squaring off the chest, squaring off the hips. If you've got this, you can reach the left arm up high to the sky. Maybe you hook your palms and your head rests in the crook of your arm and you continue to square everything off. That's a little bit inaccessible for me today because of an injury, but I want you guys to have the building blocks to try it if it feels good. All right, long pigeon pose today. Inhale, lift up, and then let's swing the right leg forward, soles of the feet together, knees apart. This should be really familiar. Lift out of the low back. Quick forward fold. Reach your arms forward, snake them forward. Head comes down. Come back up and we'll take pigeon on the other side. So your right leg is forward. That may mean lots of propping underneath the hips. So take what you need as you swing your left leg back behind you. Your right leg is ideally parallel with the top of the mat. Sometimes to get parallel, that means you have to really elevate the hips up. Square out the hips as best as you can. And if your toes start to diagonally point behind you, that's okay. Let them point behind you so you can square off the hips, square off the chest, stay up if you need it. If it's comfortable, you can come forward, but it's a lot of extra pressure and weight onto the glutes you're stretching. So if they're not ready for it, just stay up. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If you tried mermaid on the other side, maybe you want to play with this side too. You bend the back leg. Maybe you hook the toe and the crook of the elbow and work on squaring off the hips. You need to find a little bit of an engagement here. So it is work with your glute and your shin to lift up. If you've got this, maybe you're working on reaching the top arm up and hooking your fingertips behind you. And you're working on rolling the chest up and forward to get that mermaid pose. Take a breath in mermaid before you release it. Nice choices, guys. See a lot of people staying up. That's great. All right, and then swing your left leg forward. Scoot off your blanket. Let's roll on down. So we get into some bridges. I'm gonna just fix my mat here. Scoot your seat forward so that you've got space behind you. Come on down. Let's rock our legs side to side. Nice windshield wiper stretch here to loosen up the low spine. And let's take a twist. Right leg long, pull the left knee in towards the chest and let it fall over the body. Maybe you're shifting your hips back towards the left a little and gaze over the left shoulder. Nice big twist here. If you want to intensify it, you can double wrap like an eagle wrap of the legs. Lots of options. Take a big inhale in. And a long exhale. On your next inhale, come forward. We'll take the twist on the other side. Left leg long, right leg crosses the body, gaze over the right shoulder. Maybe you take eagle legs here if you took them on the other side. Inhale, come center and bring your feet flat on the mat, knees up. Palms are extended long, so heels and fingertips connect. With feet hips width distance apart, drive your heels into the ground. Let's find our bridge pose. You're staying here or you're shimming your shoulders underneath you and activating those arms to lift the hips up even more. Shoulder bridge here. Inhaling in and exhale. Inhale in and exhale. Inhale in. Exhale under your shoulders. Undulate down, upper, middle, then low back. Maybe windshield wiper here, side to side to release that out. We're going to take another bridge. If you've had enough today, you want to slide a block under the sacrum, the upper part of the glutes, the lowest part of your spine. You can just slide a block underneath there and chill out. You want another bridge for some glute strengthening from hip stretching. Start to drive those heels into the ground, lift the chest up, shimmy those shoulders underneath you, and really drive the heels into the ground so you lift up. Inhaling here, and exhale. Inhale in. Drive those heels a little bit more, lift those hips up, stretch the shoulders and the chest here too. Inhaling in, And exhale, undo the shoulders, undulate down, rock those knees side to side. One more bridge of choice, yogis. Restorative, active, if you'd like to come into full wheel, if that's in your practice, feel free to take a full wheel. I cannot demo that today because of an injury, but I can coach you into it. Bring your palms by your ears, fingertips point forward, feet and hips, feet or hips width distance apart, and then come onto the crown of the head first as you lift up the hips, push into the mat, and then bring the crown of the head towards the mat first, wrap the elbows in, wrap the knees in, and once you're all wrapped here, nice and evenly distributed, nothing swinging out to the side, then you push up. That's not happening for me today, but once you push up, if you are feeling safe and you're ready to come down, you bring your chin to your chest and you come on down. One more breath, yogis, wherever you are, and then feel free to come on down and windshield wiper those legs one more time. We're gonna play with fish pose today. So we did a lot of chest opening in the beginning of class. So come on up to your forearms, like we did at the beginning of class. Your legs are nice and long here. And then push the mat away, open up the chest. And once your chest is open, maybe you tip the head back a little bit, maybe a lot. You can stay here, or you can start to scoot the hips back on your mat. You scoot, scoot, scoot until you get enough of a back bend to let the head come down to the mat. And keep scooting until you reach that connection point here. And if fish pose isn't for you, if it's too much on the chest, you can skip it. Take figure four instead. Find an alternate stretch for your body that works for you. If you're in your fish pose and it's working for you, you can lift the toes up. Spread the palms wide underneath you. Activate the forearms. If you lift the toes up, it's low ab engagement here. Inhaling in. Exhale, release the toes. Pull the neck up. Engage the abs to help you. And then roll on down. Let's take a happy baby. Knees in towards the armpits, feet nice and flat towards the sky. Maybe you're rocking side to side. Get that side body stretch in or massage in. As you rock, maybe you find one side needs a little bit of pressure here. The other side, give it a nice little compression. Knees in towards the armpits, feet are flexed. Let the spine be long here. And then if you haven't already and you want to prepare your space for Shavasana, maybe you turn off the lights here. We're going to come into our Shavasana in one more pose. Soles of the feet together, knees apart, just to kind of inch our way into Shavasana. Nice little Baddha Konasana here. If there's any pose you need to take as well, take it now. Shoulder stand, a headstand. Anything that'll help you close out your practice, but also down-regulate. Maybe you place a blanket over the hips, turning off the lights. Making your space nice and calm and inviting for some final rest. With soles of the feet together, knees apart. Perhaps you're placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And then give yourself a chance to come back to your intention, beginning of class. Perhaps you want to recall that intention. Maybe you'd like to evolve it a little. Maybe you're feeling inspired to set a completely new intention. Today's closing meditation is a little mini workshop, if you will, on sankalpas, the seed of intent. Sankalpas are what yogis plant and groom and tend to as we set goals, as we work on improving ourselves through self-study, finding our true self, seeking wisdom. Your sankalpa should be an attainable, achievable goal. It's okay to make it bite-sized, simple. So as you're thinking of the intention from the beginning of class, maybe ask yourself if it's still serving you now. And if not, ask yourself why. Peel back the layers. Maybe find something else. If you had unlimited resources in your life, time, finances, passion, what would you improve? What would you turn your energy and attention towards? That may serve as the basis of your intention. And once you've found something topical, create a short positive phrase as though you've already achieved it. Then once you have your short positive phrase, whisper it to yourself 3 times to seal it in. Nice little promise to yourself. Something you can come back to, you can evolve. We're dynamic beings, our goals don't have to be static. Once you've whispered this intention, this sankalpa, the seed of intent to yourself 3 times, shift yourself into your shavasana, extend your legs long, palms out to the side, flipped up, fingertips curling ever so slightly. With palms up, you're ready to receive the energy you just put out into the universe. I'm going to spend 1 minute breathing as though you've planted that intention right into your heart space. Breathe into that heart space. Fuel that intention with your breath. Nicely done, yogis. Before you even move, just bring the awareness into the breath. How it feels when it fills you up. How the body and the mind feels as you release it. Inhale, pull that entire breath from toes all the way through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, release it. Back out the crown all the way through the toes. One more, breathing in from toes. all the way up through the legs, through the chest, to the crown, and then exhale back out, crown, chest, legs, toes. And then on your next inhale, invite movements into the body. Reach your palms overhead. Take a nice morning stretch. Wiggle side to side. Open up the body. And then pull the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, a light squeeze if you've got back stuff, a tighter squeeze if your back is healthy. And then roll over onto the right side. Give yourself a pause. Knees high up into the chest. Give your back a little bit of a break here. And then push into the ground and come on up to a seat. Once you find any comfortable seat, like before, let that tailbone in your seat plug in, grounding down. And as you breathe, you lift up, elevating the spine. Inhale, reach the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, let them fall back down. Palms root down onto the legs, or maybe you flip them up. Yogi's choice. Let the eyes stay closed here. Inhale. Exhale to release. And then finding your seed of intent from beginning of class in one palm. And the seed of intent you set at the end of class. Bring those two versions of yourself in prayer pose, merging. How quickly you can be your past and your future self in this very moment. Knowing you have the power to shift your sankalpa, to shift your intentions, and therefore you are empowered to shift your actions on your path. It's your path, you've set it. You decide, you choose how to channel the energy to accomplish your sankalpa. Had to experience the journey as you work towards that sankalpa. And with that, we'll breathe 3 times. Nice little community breath to close our practice today. Inhaling in. Open the mouth, exhale, release. Inhaling in. Exhale, let go. Last one, inhaling in. Exhale, release. The light in me honors and sees and respects the light in you. Namaste, yogis. Thank you all.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. So good.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
you.
See you guys. Be well. Drink water.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.